Welcome to your yoga practice today. We're going to start in an easy pose on the floor. You can gently rock from side to side, pulling a flush away from your sits bones and settle into a nice comfortable seat. Rest the backs of the hands on the knees. Before we get started, keep in mind that this is your practice. As we go through the postures today, feel free to take a break whenever you need one. If you have a posture that you really enjoy or that you feel like is really benefiting you, hold it longer. Or if you don't like something we're doing, you can change it and make it your own. If you need a prop, you can use a yoga block, or we have yoga eggs that we're using today, just a little bit different shape. You can also use a towel or a strap if you need it to help assist you deeper into the posture or just to help you balance. Just take it slow, and if you need a break, listen to your body. Open up the palms and draw the belly in. Gently close your eyes. Grow through the crown of the head as you lengthen the spine and keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Gently close your mouth as you activate your yoga breath, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. As you inhale, allow positive thoughts and ideas to enter. As you exhale, let go of anything that you've brought into the room today that doesn't serve your practice. Inhale. Exhale. Allowing your world for the next 60 minutes or so to exist just within the four corners of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Allow the shoulders to come down lower away from the ears. And as you exhale, forward fold, relaxing the palms onto the earth. Feel the forehead drop a little closer to the earth. And expand through the shoulder blades. A nice deep inhale, opening up the lungs, opening up the rib cage. Exhale, sink a little deeper into your forward fold. On your inhale, gently roll up, stacking the vertebrae, rolling the shoulders down and back and away from the ears. Inhale, sweep the arms up over the head. Exhale, reach the right palm down, gliding the hand across the mat or the earth, shifting the gaze up toward the sky, pulling the belly in, lengthening. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left palm down. Inhale up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm overhead. Brush the palm across the earth. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, bring the palm down. Inhale, both arms up over the head. And exhale, gently rotate through the spine, shifting the gaze over the right shoulder, keeping both shoulders long. Draw the belly in and take that chin, reaching it toward the back shoulder, really lengthening through the neck. Inhale. Exhale, release it back to center. Inhale up. Exhale, gently rotating to the other side, taking the chin toward the left shoulder, making the torso nice and long. Continue with the breath. I'll give you some cues on your inhalation and exhalation. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. We're going to take it into a table. But if I don't tell you to breathe, still continue to breathe. You're going to stack the palms under the chest and shoulders, and the knees are going to come under the hips. Draw the belly in. I'll turn to the side so you can get an alternate view. You'll see Julie facing the camera. The belly comes in. Try to flatten out drop the head down, lengthening the neck, and tuck the tailbone under. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. This is cat and cow stretch. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring it back to neutral. Very good. Now we're going to challenge the core a little more, creating some instability. So you're going to reach your right arm out in front of you, still keeping the shoulders low. Extend the left leg behind you. Inhale, gently lift. And as you exhale, you'll pull the right elbow to the left knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it in. And back to your table. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Left arm is going to extend forward. Right leg back. Inhale, gently lift it up. Exhale, pull the elbow to the knee. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Exhale, in. You'll feel your core is going to be training throughout this process. And bring it in. You'll feel it becoming stronger and more flexible, keeping the spine supple. In and back to neutral. Perfect. We're going to press the hips back, stacking them on the heels, and brush the palms out in front of you. Relax the forehead on the mat as we take a child's pose. From your child's pose, you have a few options. You can keep the knees together, or you can create some space between the legs, allowing the belly to fall between the thighs as you relax, resting the forehead close to the earth, or on the mat, if your body allows you to do that. You want to keep the shoulder blades nice and wide, releasing tension in those that spot where we carry a lot of it. You might feel some inflammation, puffiness, or joint discomfort there as well. So just relax, keeping that wide, bringing the chest closer to the earth. And you can make your child's pose active by keeping the palms starfished. While you're holding your child's pose, think about an intention for your practice today. You can come up with your own intention, or you can share mine. I'd like to use my practice today to help me stay calm and patient as I focus on tasks that I'd like to improve on. You can come to this posture at any time if something doesn't feel right or you just need a rest. Inhale, curl the toes under, press the hips back. We're coming into a downward facing dog, our first one of the practice today. We're going to keep the weight shifting back in the hips, feeling the heels reaching toward the earth. Keep the spine long. You're going to relax the head. You should be able to nod the head yes, shake the head no, or you can even tuck the chin into the chest, staring up at the navel to make sure you're keeping all the muscles along the spine leading into the neck long and loose. Keep the shoulders down, away from the ears, and keep the palms active, not just collapsing into the wrists, but keeping the center of the palm also pressing into the earth and the fingertips engaged as well. This is also a resting posture. This is a very active resting posture, but you can come here as a way to modify your practice as well. We'll spend some time here, especially with our first 5 sun salutations of the practice today. Inhale, soften the knees. Shift the gaze forward and step the feet to the top of the mat. Exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up over the head. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Shoulders down nice and low. Gently rock from front to back on the feet. We're coming into Tadasana, or mountain pose. Lift the toes up and gently press them back into the earth, starting from the outside, working your way in. You should feel firmly planted, like you're planting roots into the earth. Pull the belly in and grow through the spine. Inhale, sweep the arms up over the head, gently shift the gaze up toward the sky. And as you exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, shift the gaze forward and lengthen the spine, coming up about halfway. If you have very flexible hamstrings, you may be able to keep the fingertips on the earth. However, if you don't, you may lift the arms up and grace them across the shins or the thighs. Exhale, deepen your forward fold. Inhale, step the feet back into a high plank. Press the shoulders down away from the ears, keeping the muscles in the arms contracted. Draw the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, stopping with the elbows near the rib cage. Press it through as you inhale up, and exhale, downward facing dog. That is sun salutation A. We're going to go through 4 more of those. And there are plenty of modifications I can offer you. So if that didn't feel great to you, take it slow and modify as needed. We'll take a few breaths here to really settle back into our downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, soften the knees, shift the gaze forward, step the feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up, exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, step the feet back into a high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. As we go through our next sun salutation, when we do chaturanga, you can always lower the knees down to the earth to allow your upper body to have some support so that it's not quite as much pressure on the wrists, the shoulders, the rotator cuff. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Nice deep exhale. And on your next inhale, soften the knees, shift the gaze forward, and step the feet to the top of the mat, relaxing into the forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, step the feet back into a high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Remember, you can lower the knees down first, and then chaturanga, inhaling up, exhaling into your downward facing dog. Very good, continue with the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale. I'll show you some ways that you can intensify your sun salutation with this next vinyasa. But remember, if you're not there yet, just be patient with yourself, and you'll notice great improvements each time. Inhale, soften the knees, shift the gaze forward. You can step, or this time you can hop if you like, floating effortlessly with little sound, and forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, step or hop the feet back into a high plank. Exhale, lower down, taking some modification if you need to. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're doing great. Inhale. Exhale, expand across the center of the upper back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. soften the knees, shift the gaze forward. Step or hop the feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale up, exhale, hands to heart. One more time, inhale up, exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, step or hop the feet back into a high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale, downward facing dog. It's also always an option to pedal your feet in your down dog, or walking your dog as some like to call it. So you would just press the heels back side to side, creating a little more length through the hamstrings. Just listen to your body and take that option if you'd like. We're going to build on from this sun salutation. By inhaling, you'll sweep the right leg up toward the sky, coming into three-legged dog. We're going to keep the hips square and extend the leg only as high as your body can comfortably allow you to. But you want to make sure you keep the weight centered with the upper body. Don't shift to one shoulder or one wrist. Hips stay square. One more inhale. And as you exhale, pull the right foot in between the palms. Coming into crescent lunge. The back leg stays extended. And this is a great opportunity, if you need to use your props or your yoga blocks. Creating a little more height. That way, if the foot doesn't quite come between the palms, you can bring it back a little and keep your upper body lifted, but still have support from the earth. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little lower, lengthening through the hip flexor. Gently square off the hips by pulling the right hip back and the left hip forward. Draw the belly in. One more inhale. And as you exhale, you can step the feet back, keeping them on the prop if you'd like, or you can remove them. Coming into your high plank. Lower down, chaturanga if you'd like. You can go straight back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg toward the sky. We're going to come into our three-legged dog on the other side. Again, keeping the hips square and extending the leg up and back. Don't worry about the height. Just worry about keeping that weight centered between the shoulders, the spine long, maintaining nice, good downward facing dog posture. And on your next exhale, you can pull the left foot in between the palms, coming into your high crescent lunge on the other side. Again, use a prop if you need to, make any adjustments that are necessary. If this is feeling pretty good to you, then on your next exhale, just sink the hips down a little lower. And remember to square them off by pulling the left hip back and the right hip forward. You'll feel some length through that hip flexion. Great runner stretch, or great stretch for anyone who maybe sits at a desk or drives in a car a lot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot back to meet the right. Again, you can chaturanga here if you'd like. You can go right back into your downward facing dog. We're going to inhale the right leg up toward the sky. And exhale, pulling the right foot in between the palms, coming into our crescent lunge again on the right side. This time we're going to inhale the arms up over the head and balance in the crescent lunge. If this is too much for you, then keep one hand down or keep the props nearby. Gently move into it. If you kind of stepped a little further than you were ready for and you need to close the gap between the front and back foot, you can do that too. Just listen to your body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the palms down to frame the foot, either using a prop or onto the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Again, you can chaturanga here if you'd like. Make it your practice. If you've done enough of those for today, just leave it out. Other side, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot in between the palms. High crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Shoulders down, belly in. Remember again to keep the hips square, pulling the left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more nice slow breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, framing the foot. The left comes back to meet the right. Chaturanga if you'd like, or simply go back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, soften the knees, shift the gaze forward, and step or hop to the top of the mat, relaxing into a forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart, coming to Tadasana. Roll the shoulders down and back, and again, rock from front to back, finding your center of balance. Take a nice cleansing inhale. As you exhale, sweep the arms up over the head and shift the weight into the heels and sink the hips back, coming into chair pose. Draw the belly in and slightly tuck the tailbone under. From your chair pose, I say sink into the heels, but you also want to keep the weight from the heels into the center of the foot. You just don't want to roll the weight forward into the toes. And then once you sink back, usually because you're in the heels, you'll push the butt back. That's when you want to engage lower abdominal muscles and slightly tuck the tailbone under. This is the pose that really shows what you're holding inside. It just intensifies any emotions you're harboring. Usually it's the angry ones. That's okay. We're gonna let it all out. Inhale. As you exhale, sink down 1 more inch. I know this is getting tough. You're doing an amazing job. 1 more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, relax. Into the forward fold, you can pedal the feet while you're down there if you'd like. Let's inhale and lengthen the spine. And exhale, sink into it. Inhale, step the feet back into a high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg toward the sky. Exhale, pull the right foot in between the palms. Drop the left heel down. And inhale the arms up. You're in Warrior 1. We're going to go through a warrior series right now. From Warrior 1, try to keep the shoulders square, nice and low. Abdomen pulled in, and still commit to that lunge, sinking the hips down. You want to keep them somewhat square, even though the heel's down and the hip on the back leg is open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, press the palms down and open up the hips. We're coming into Warrior 2. From Warrior 2, you want to draw the belly in and create a nice flat plane. Keep the shoulders strong. Keep the arms parallel, creating one straight line from fingertip to fingertip. And anytime you exhale, it's a great opportunity to sink even just another millimeter into the lunge if your body allows it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flip the palm and reach back into reverse warrior, lengthening through the fingertips. Feeling the heart, chest, and throat open up. As you keep the abdomen pulled in, utilizing the core. And don't forget to breathe. It's easy to forget on this one. Thinking about a lot of other things, just let go of everything else and focus on the breath. Inhale. Exhale, you'll bring your right forearm to your right thigh and extend the left arm overhead, shifting the gaze up toward the inside of the arm or the sky, coming into side angle. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And as you exhale, windmill the palms down to frame the foot using a prop if you need to. Roll up onto the ball of that left foot and extend the right leg back to meet the left. Again, you can take an opportunity here to chaturanga, strengthening the triceps, the chest, working that upper body, and then pressing back, coming into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Remember to take this opportunity here for an active rest. One more inhale. Exhale. And inhale, soften the knees, shift the gaze forward. We'll step or hop to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale up, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up, exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, step or hop the feet back into a high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg toward the sky. Exhale, left foot in between the palms. The right heel comes down. We're going to inhale up, coming into warrior one. Again, the shoulders come back, the belly comes in, and the hips sink down. Just slightly, as much as your body allows, while you're still maintaining the posture. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, open up, coming into warrior two. Beautiful. Keep the shoulders down and back. I'll show you from this position so you can see from another perspective. Still keep the gaze over the left fingertips, really drawing the belly in and tucking the tailbone under. Inhale, flip the palm and gently reach back, coming into reverse warrior. Shift the gaze up toward the fingertips. Very nice. As you feel the throat open up, you'll feel length all the way through the obliques and into the hips. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left forearm to the left thigh and reach the right arm overhead, coming into side angle. Try not to collapse into the shoulder here. You don't want to sink down into the posture. You want the neck and shoulder to stay long. You can keep the gaze up toward the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. You don't even want to put too much weight into that forearm. You don't need a full system of support right here. You use your core for that. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, gently windmill the palms down to frame the foot. Come up onto the ball of the back foot and extend the left leg back to meet the right. Shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, lower down chaturanga if you'd like, or you can go straight back into your downward facing dog. Gently pedal the feet if you need to create a little extra blood flow through the back of the legs. We're going to go right into sweeping our right leg up on the next inhale, and then we're going to gently pull the right foot in between the palms. First coming into the crescent lunge, and then dropping the heel down, and now straightening the front leg. Just relaxing into a forward fold, trying to keep the hips rotated downward, really lengthening through the hamstring, and the fingertips can come on the earth, on the shin, on the thigh, wherever you're at. If you have really tight hamstrings, you may be up here, that's okay. If you have some props, you can place them on either side of the foot. One more inhale, and exhale, relax down. And let me go ahead and shift the other way so you can check out what's happening next. On your next inhale, you'll sweep your left arm open, coming into triangle. You'll gently rotate through the spine. The fingertips are going to come straight up toward the sky, and then the top fingertips are going to stack right over the elbow, the shoulder, the opposite shoulder, all the way to the earth. And again, roll that shoulder down away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, bring the left palm down, passing through that forward fold. Again, we're going to gently revolve our triangle. So the left arm is going to come up. We're again trying to keep that nice long line, fingertip stacked over the elbow, shoulder, other shoulder, down to the earth. If you need a little more height through the core, you can just lift up and place a prop right under that supporting palm. It also helps to just gently roll the shoulder back to open up the chest. We often have really tight chests and we don't even know it. When the chest gets really tight, we tend to round the shoulders forward, and that starts a slouch. A lot of different things can contribute to that, including tight hips. The whole body works together as a system. Go ahead and bring that right palm down, relaxing into the forward fold once more. And now let's come into a single leg balance, a little bit of a challenge. Shifting the weight onto the right leg, we're going to extend the left leg behind us. You'll keep the hip open. And if your leg isn't parallel to the floor, that is okay. You might be a few inches off of the ground. You might be halfway or all the way there. But just keep that hip open. And then if it's in your practice, you can take the left palm and reach it up toward the sky, opening up the chest, coming into half moon, taking the gaze with you. Very nice. Again, don't worry about it. If you need a prop, just use it. If you need to modify, go for it. If you want a little extra challenge, you can come up and balance, bringing the fingertips off of the mat for a breath or two. Inhale. Exhale. Again, really focusing on keeping the chest open and creating a straight line. It is a challenge. And that is why we let go of everything that's outside of the corners of our mat and just focus on this world right now. As you exhale, lower the left palm down and bring the left foot to the top of the mat to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll go through that again on the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, step the feet back into a high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, the left foot comes in between the palms. Right heel down, straighten the front leg. Forward fold, really lengthening through the hamstring. Trying to center the chest over the hamstring, just relax the upper body. Really use a support if you need to. Use a prop. Lift the chest up if you need to. If your hands are not on the mat, that's okay. You can rest them on the thigh. You can just let them hang there. Once you're settled into this posture though, just relax the head. Again, you can even tuck the chin into the chest, lengthening through the back of the neck, and reach the forehead closer to the knee. Don't force it. There's never any forcing in a posture in yoga. If you can get there naturally, or just with gentle stretch, gentle effort, then go for it. But don't force it. On your next inhale, reach the right arm up toward the sky. We're coming into triangle. I'll show it to you from the side. But again, we're going to reach the fingertips up, stacking fingertips over elbows, shoulder over shoulder, all the way down to the earth. You can even open the hips up slightly, just feeling that length create through the hamstring. Show you from the side, so maybe I should show you from the side. While you're in the position, remember to keep the core contracted. It's easy to relax into something and then loosen up the core. So try to keep it pulled in. I know I'm guilty of it too. That's usually when I remember to remind you. One more inhale. As you exhale, bring the right palm down. And the left arm is going to come up, and you're going to gently revolve your triangle. Again, you just want to roll the shoulder down away from the ear and lengthen through the fingertips all the way to the palm that you've got either on the earth on a prop, or maybe you've even lifted the core up and you've allowed that palm to extend a little bit longer with the fingertips pointing toward the earth. Inhale. Exhale. This is great for just keeping that spine supple, allowing that mobility to improve or maintain. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left palm down. Relax into that forward fold for one more breath. And then whenever you're ready, you'll gently shift the weight onto that left foot and bring the right leg behind you, opening up the hip, extending the leg long. Again, the core stays contracted, and whenever you're ready, you'll reach that right arm up toward the sky, still trying to keep that straight line, just mimicking what we did in that triangle pose, but with a leg extended straight back, or however far your practice takes you today. These balancing postures are challenging, so just ease into them. There's no rule that says that you have to hit it all the first day, so yoga is a practice every time you do it. Inhale. Exhale, bring the palm down, square off the hips, and bring the right leg to the top of the mat to meet the left. Go ahead and extend the spine with the inhale, And as you exhale, relax into the forward fold. We're gonna hang like a rag doll with this forward fold. You can allow the upper body to relax. You can grab opposite elbows and very slightly sway from side to side, relaxing the head. No tension through the head or neck. Or if you want to take it one step further, you've really challenged your palms, your wrists today, you can reach the fingertips under the big toes as you gently lift the toes up. And you can take those palms as far back as you'd like, as you can, as comfortable, and then gently press a slight amount of weight forward and pull up with the back. Shift the gaze forward. This is called monkey pose. It's great for lengthening through the joints in the arms and the wrists and the fingers. Only do it if it feels good to you. Inhale. Exhale, release those fingers, relaxing back into the forward fold. Step the feet back into your high plank and just hold the high plank. Shoulders back, belly in. We're going to come into a challenging posture, one that's really going to challenge your strength. You're going to center the weight on the left palm and gently open up, coming into a side plank. You've got lots of options here. You can either do what Julie's doing and extend into full side plank. The legs come straight. Or I'm going to show you a modification where you can, instead of being up on the palm, you want the shoulder stacked over that. You can come down onto the forearm and extend the legs out this way, taking pressure off the wrist. Or you can drop the shin down onto the mat, taking some support out of the core. You can do that from the forearm, or you can do it from the palm. So you have lots of options here. We're taking 2 more breaths here. You're doing great. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, bring the right palm down. That's tough. That is really tough. Awesome. We're going to lower the knees down and press the hips back, coming into a child's pose. I want you to have a little rest before we do the other side. I know this one really makes you dig deep. It's a tough one. And also remember, it's your practice. If you need to come out of the posture, take a breath, take a break, come back into it whenever you can. We typically hold those tough challenges for several breaths to give you the opportunity to take time off and come back into the posture. And remember, you can always pause this video and come back to it if you'd like. On the next inhale, come back into your high plank. Make sure you're comfortable in your high plank before you rotate into your side plank. So you'll center that right palm when you're ready and gently rotate open, extending that left arm. You also have some options with your feet. You can have your legs extended out. I'm going to get really close to you for a second to make sure that they can see my feet. You're going to have your legs extended out. You can stagger them so that one is in front of the other. You can stack them, or you can kind of rotate the hip open and press that foot into the mat. You do want to make sure that your palm is under your shoulder so that you're not way out here putting too much pressure on that. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. One more nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, you can rotate that left palm down to the earth. You can always hold it for an extra breath if you want to. If you want to get a little more on one side, if you're feeling like you need a little more strength, if you need to take a break on one side, that's okay. Listen to your body. We're taking it right back to a child's pose. Now that we're nice and warm, we're going to stretch into the hips a little deeper. Curl the toes under, press the hips back. You're going to inhale the right leg up. And as you exhale, we're coming back into crescent lunge, bringing the right foot in between the palms. Lower the left knee down to the mat and flatten out the foot. We're We're taking our crescent lunge, but lowering down. As you press the hips down, you'll feel more length in that quad and the hip flexor. So from here, you can either stay right here, right where you're at, or you can bring the right palm to the inside of the foot and allow the knee to fall open, creating some more length through the inner thigh, opening up that entire psoas area. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. With each exhale, you can try to sink a little lower into the posture. If you're feeling really loose, you can take it all the way down to the forearms. You don't need to get it down to the forearms. It's just if this feels like a good stretch to you and you've got that mobility, then go for it. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, press the palms back into the mat if you've taken that option. Bring the hands back to frame the foot. You'll curl the toe under, lift up the leg, and extend the right leg back to meet the left. You always have the option to add a chaturanga. You also have the option to leave it out and go straight back to your down dog. Inhale the left leg up, and exhale, left foot in between the palms, crescent lunge on the other side. Again, lowering that right knee all the way down to the mat and flattening out the foot. Very good. Remember to keep the breath nice and deep, in through the nose and out through the nose, and still focus on square hips. Now if it's in your practice, take both palms to the inside of the foot. And at any point, now that you know what's happening, you can move into the additional modifications of the posture at any time. So you can begin to soften the elbows and lower down onto the forearms. If you have your prop, you can also use the prop as you have a little additional height. And then if that's feeling really great, then you can take it down to the earth. Again, just don't force it. Yoga is such a mindful practice, so you really want to pay attention to what you're doing and listen and respect and honor the body. And as you inhale, press the palms back into the earth, framing the foot. Curl the toe under and lift it back into a crescent lunge. Extend the left foot back to meet the right. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, we're going to flow into the three-legged dog, and then we're going to open up the hip and drop the heel down, coming into a modified scorpion. Inhale. Exhale, extend the leg straight and square off the hip again. Back into your three-legged dog and lower the foot down. We're going to do that again on the other side. Very good. And inhale it up. And open up the hip, drop the heel down. Just to really finish off that nice stretch through the hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale, extend it long. Bring it right back down into the mat. And this is our last downward facing dog of the practice. Let me look up and talk to you for a minute. So you're going to sink back into those hips and see if you can reach them closer to the earth than you did before. As you inhale, you're going to soften the knees, shift the gaze forward, but this time we're going to take the knees all the way down to the mat, cross the ankles, and extend the legs out in front of us. Beautiful. You can scoot forward on to the top of your mat if you've kind of migrated toward the other end. We're coming into staff pose. You'll roll the shoulders down and back and grow through the spine. Draw the belly in. Inhale, sweep the arms up over the head. And as you exhale, keeping the spine straight, let's just reach forward. You won't collapsing over the legs, although it's totally okay to round the back. We're going to do that in a minute. But we just want to reach, really lengthening through the hamstrings. Now you can round the back and allow the head to relax, lengthening as you settle into the forward fold. Inhale. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under and stack the spine, shoulders back away from the ears. Inhale, grow through the crown of the head again, lengthening through the spine. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under and scoop out the abs, lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Walk the heels away from the hips. Allow the backs of the hands to relax on the mat. And as you take a nice deep inhale, close your eyes. Exhale. On your next inhale, curl your toes under and begin to flex all of the muscles in your body, starting with the toes, working your way into the calves, quads and hamstrings, tightening the abdominal muscles, clenching the fists, tightening the forearms, the biceps, the triceps, the shoulders, chest, and back. Tighten the jaw and tightly close the eyes. With the exhale, relax your closed eyes, release your tight jaw. Relax the neck, shoulders, biceps, triceps, forearms, and palms. Relax the abdominal muscles, the quads, hamstrings, calves, and uncurl the toes. Take another deep inhale. As you exhale, release any muscles we've forgotten to relax. Continue with your deep yoga breath as you settle into our final posture, Savasana. continue to lie there with your eyes closed. Continue with the deep yoga breath. And while you focus on the breath, think about what yoga is. It can be very challenging, but not just physically. Yoga forces you, or allows you, doesn't force you to do anything, as it's your practice, but it allows you to look inside yourself, find where your patience lies. It shows you how open your heart is. It shows you if your mind is accepting to new ideas. It allows you to grow and change. And it makes new beginnings more interesting and more acceptable. So as you go through this journey with us, think about the way your practice went today. Try to remember how you felt when you were doing something that you didn't think you were capable of. Think about how you felt if you fell out of a posture. And know that the more you continue to go along this journey, the easier it will get each time. You may feel more challenged some days than others, but know that every part of this journey is going to be exciting, interesting, challenging, and new. With those final thoughts, begin to allow some movement in the fingers and toes. Allow the breathing to return to normal. Whenever you're ready, at your own pace, you can move the arms and legs and gently press yourself into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'd like to finish with a word that means the light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.